Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Al. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to study again mathematics about measures of central tendency of ungrouped data, grade 7. The problem number 1 is about a group of teachers in the school of Bacoor conducted a study on the number of absences incurred by their students on the first 2 quarters of the school year 2020-2021. A random sample of 15 students showed the following data: 2, 4, 6, 8, 5, 5, 5, 6, 5, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. And the questions here, find the mean of the data set. To find the mean of measures of central tendency, we have to add all the given sample data. Then we have to divide it by the number of samples. So the number of samples is 15. And now we're going to add 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 7 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 9 plus 9. The x bar means the x bar is the mean, equals to 94 over 15. Then we're going to divide it 6.27 or 6 because we're going to round up because we're talking by a certain person. There's no half naman sa a certain person. That's why we need the whole number. Therefore, this means the average number of absences incurred by a 15 student is 6. Okay, number 2, next problem. Find the median if the sample data are the following. The sample data given 12, 9, 6, 7, 4, 5, 7, 7, 9. The first step in finding the median, so we have to arrange first the given data. And it is different from the mean. The mean is the order of arrangement is not necessary. But in median, we have to arrange first the given sample data. That's why the arrangement now 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 9, 9, 12. And this step 2, we have to use the formula n plus 1 over 2. And the given sample is 9 plus 1 divided by 2 equals 10 divided by 2. That's why 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Step 3, determine the number 5 position of a number in the ordered data set. So the ordered data set natin is 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. The number 5 is number 7. So therefore, the median is number 7. This means 50% of the observations incurred less than 7 absences, while 50% incurred more. And how to compute the variance for ungrouped data. Variance means the average of squared deviations. Sample number 3, a sample of 5 chess varsity players was randomly chosen. The following data are the number of hours they spent on daily practice. 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours. Question, determine the variance of the data set. Our solution, first step, compute the mean of the random sample. So the random sample is 43232, so we're going to add all of it. So we have to use the x bar equals 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. Then divide the number of samples. Since the number of samples is 5, so our denominator is 5. Then our sum now is 14 divided by 5 equals 2.8. So the mean is 2.8. After the first step, we will go to the second steps. Compute the difference from the mean, then square all the differences. So the first sample is 4 hours minus 2.8, which is the mean, then square. So the answer is 1.2 squared, it becomes 1.44. Then the next is 3 minus 2.8 becomes 0.2 squared equals 0.04. The next is 2.2.8 equals negative 0.08. Then the square becomes 0.64. 3 minus 2.8 equals 0.2 squared. Then the square root of 0.2 is equals to 0.04. The next 2 minus 2.8 equals negative 0.8 squared. Then equals 0.64. The third steps, we have to compute the sum of the square differences. So the square differences are 1.44 plus 0.04 plus 0.64 plus 0.04 plus 0.64. This came from the second steps. Then we're going to add the total is 2.8. The fourth steps, find the variance now. So our formula to find the variance is square equals sum of the square differences over n minus 1. N is the number of samples given. So the sum of the square differences is 2.8 over the sample. We have 5 minus 1. Then we have 2.8 divide 4. Then the square or the variance is equals to 0.7. Therefore, this means that the approximate average of the square deviations is 0.7. Okay, the second problem, bus number 1 and bus number 2 will leave from the respective station at 8 a.m. Bus number 1 will head north at a rate of 50 kilometers per hour and bus number 2 south at 80 kilometers per hour. At what time will the two buses be 390 kilometers apart? Our solution given, bus number 1, 50 kilometers per hour the rate, bus number 2, the rate is 60 kilometers per hour, and the distance covered is 390 kilometers. Our formula, D equals RT. Equation, we have D equals D for bus 1, the distance, and plus the distance of bus 2. And solve the equation, we have to D equals D, the first bus distance and the second bus distance. Okay, the distance covered is 390 equals to the distance of bus. We have RT, so the rate of the first bus is 50 times T plus the rate of the second bus is 80 times T. Then our next step is to combine like terms. 50T plus 80T equals 130T. And 390 just only copy, and we have to divide it both sides by 130. So 390 divided by 130 equals 3, and 130t divided by 130 equals t. So therefore the time is equals to 3 hours. We have to check. Distance is 390. Distance of the first bus 550 times 3 plus the distance of the second bus is 80 times 3. So 50 times 3 equals 150 and 80 times 3 equals 280. So 390 equals 390. So therefore the equation is balanced. We can say that our answer is correct. This is for grade 7. Okay, number 1, find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of the triangle. So remember, triangle is a polygon with 3 sides. So our formula to use is sum is equals to n minus 2 times 180. So since the triangle 3 sides, so we are going to substitute to n, becomes 3 minus 2 times 180. 3 minus 2 equals 1 times 180. So the sum of the interior angles of a polygon, which is triangle, is 180 degrees. Okay, the second problem, find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a quadrilateral. So when we see quadrilateral, it is per side. So our solution to find the sum of the interior angles, we have S equals to n minus 2 times 180. And we're going to substitute for n. Becomes 4 because quadrilateral is 4 sides minus 2 times 180. Then 4 minus 2 equals 2 times 180. So the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Okay, next problem, number 3. Find the sum of the interior angles of the trigon. So trigon means 30 is the sides of the polygon. Solution, we have the sum equals n minus 2 times 180. And since the sides of a polygon is given, 30, we're going to substitute it from n. Then 30 minus 2 times 180. Then 30 minus 2 equals 28 times 180. So we have the sum of 5,040 degrees, the trigon. Okay, next, number 4 problem. Find the sum of the interior angles of a 15 gon. So, meaning to say we have 15 sides of the polygon. So, solution, we have the sum equals to n minus 2 times 180. Then, since n is the sides of the polygon, so we're going to substitute. Becomes 15 minus 2 times 180. Then 13 times 180 equals 2,340 degrees is the sum of the 15 gon. Next problem, number 5. Find the sum of the interior angles of a 100 gon. So meaning to say the sides of the polygon is 100. So since we're going to find the sum of the polygon, we're going to use the formula S equals n minus 2 times 180. Then n stands for the sides of a polygon. We are going to substitute now. 100 minus 2 equals 180. Then 100 minus 2 equals 98 times 180. The sum now is 17,640 degrees.